May I remind you that trading is risky and not suitable for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Hello, my babies. I promised you a New York update if one was necessary. I think one is necessary. So here's USD CAD. Well, we got to the M4. Good, good, good. But take a look on the left. We got this resistance. Now, a couple of things I got to just mention, right? Number one, if we look at the close price, I'm very specific, okay? So for a good reason, the close price of this candle, this green candle, is 36897. The close price of this red candle is 36891. This green candle broke through this resistance. However, this wick over here is right at our candle close, and it's a weekly M4, okay? So I have moved my stop 50 pips above, so I'm now 100 pips in profit, but I'm thinking that maybe this is a good time to get out with certain conditions pending, okay? London, nice and bullish, made a couple of extra pips on the trade, which is great, but I'm looking at this from a perspective of, if I look at the H4 time frame, and I put this line on top of the candle's wick, so let's put this at a 36999. Okay, go back to H1. If there's certain conditions under which I'll say that this is still going to run, okay? If by the time the market opens at New York, we're above this line, then I'm pretty okay. Of course, we got profit taking potentially up here, okay? So that's one thing. The other thing is, if I'm on M15, okay, so we can see here price currently, little range going on over here, price now coming down. Now, price is still closed within the range, okay, so not bearish yet. 21 still above the 55, but I'm looking for an indication where we suddenly close at resistance. Now, if we take a look at lower time frames, M5, for example, we got resistance over here. Now we got the market open coming up in what, an hour, 2 hours, 1 hour and 45 minutes. So we got a couple of candles to go before that happens. All right. I'm going to wait for New York before I decide to get out. I want to see what happens and how this develops between now and New York. A couple of things. M1, all right, price breaking that 55, coming down, coming up, coming down, breaking that 55, coming, no double top. Okay. That's the first thing that says to me, okay, well, is this bearish? No double top. On M5, you got this odd thing forming, but we never broke the 55, okay? Now we're coming down to the 55 at the moment. We haven't broken the support on the left-hand side. You can see price closed at that support, okay? And now it looks like price wants to continue going up. So this isn't bearish yet. I want to close on the condition that it becomes bearish. So what I'm going to do is, the first step is taking that first purple line that comes off of the wick on the H4 time frame. And I'll show you which one I'm talking about. I'm talking about this wick over here on this candle that closed at resistance. That's my sort of level that says if price is above there as we go into New York, then we've broken that resistance level. Okay, step number one. Step number two, if we remain below that line by the time New York opens, I've got support down here. I could wait for price to break that support and then for that support to become resistance. But the problem is price is already at resistance up here. And if you look at the situation, price broke. If we look at this, if we put this line specifically on top of this candle over here, 36683. Okay. This candle does break above that. You can see this closes 36686. And this candle's open. Let's take a look. The open of that candle is 36686. So this candle opened, this candle broke this resistance, and this candle opened above that resistance. So this candle did not test this level of support, which means that price is neutral as it's coming up to this resistance up here, which means that this candle here indicates that price is bearish. The question is, are we bearish at the market open? So if I've got an instance where price remains below this line over here at the New York market open, and on M15, I've got an indication of price having broken support and support having become a resistance, I'm getting out of this trade. Okay. Will I then sell the USD CAD? I might, if I'm getting out of a buy, it should be under the condition in which I'm getting into a sell. Okay. So yes, if I see bearishness and if everything sets up bearishly and I can confirm bearishness, then I'm getting out of the buy on USD CAD. I'm getting into a sell. Okay. But I need to make sure that I've got price breaking support and support becoming resistance. Okay. Cool. If I then look at the USD or Euro USD, we spoke about this morning. Okay. So here's the market open. Now, I didn't take this trade because price closed at resistance. There's a potential that, because I see that as, price closing a resistance, not good. However, the caveat is that this candle came down and closed at support. Okay, if we look left, we can see, where is my left-hand side? Over there. Okay, price closed at support, right? So price closed at support, which makes price, and price was neutral when it did so. Price broke that support over there, didn't test resistance, came straight down, closed at support, then price came up. So the question is, well, as price closed at support, price is bullish, price then closes at resistance, but price didn't become neutral before it closed at resistance. So technically still bullish. However, my plan this morning was I'm looking for a higher low. Now, if you look at the M15 time frame, you get that higher low. There's your support. 2155 cross. Okay, I'm looking for price to come back down. My first step was price breaks resistance. Now you can see here, this green candle breaks this resistance. We have not tested that as support, which tells me that price is going to come back down. I'm not going to sell, but price is going to come back down. So I'm going to wait for that to happen. I need to see this level tested over here before I'm confident in buying euro dollar. Okay. Of course, if price came down and closed this roll reversal, that's fine as well. I'm going to pay attention to what happens with price on the euro dollar. Okay. If you look at, if I go further on with regards to price closing at this resistance over here, I looked at the M15 time frame and I said, well, the candle before London opens, have we closed at support? Now, if we take a look at the bottom of this candle and look across, you don't close at support. You close bottom of the range. Okay. But I'm looking for that roll reversal. Of course, price coming up, coming down, closing at this roll reversal. If that was your sign and you took the trade, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I didn't take the trade because I'm waiting for this broken resistance to become support. Okay. We'll see what happens with that. Maybe it's a trade I missed out on. I don't know. If USD CAD is not bearish and USD CAD goes up higher, there's a potential for euro dollar to come down. Okay. Now, if you look at pound dollar, so basically summarize that, what I'm waiting for, I'd like to see price come down here. Okay. I see this as prices come down, prices come up. Where's my move down? Where's my higher low, right? Where's my sort of come down to support and then shoot up either off this support over here or price comes down, test this over here. Although that's quite a strange move because ideally what would have been nice is if price came up here, price then came down, tested this support, came up, came down, higher, 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 low, and then that would be where you buy, right? That hasn't happened. So I'm just looking at this and saying, yes, I see green candles, but maybe this isn't as bullish as we want it to be just yet. And it's playing in my head because I see the support over here, okay? And I see what price is doing right now. So we'll see what happens next, all right? Jury's still out on this because of this untested level. In terms of pound dollar, the pound dollar came up. Now we broke this resistance at the market open, which I was totally fine with. But my problem was we closed at this resistance over here. This green candle closed at this resistance over here. So I didn't buy pound dollar. Looking at the M15 time frame, you can see that the candle before London opened, I looked left. And if you look left, you can see price actually breaks all the supports on the left-hand side. Breaks that support, breaks that support, breaks that support. I didn't like that. So I'm looking at this and saying, okay, well, price then came up, came down. Now you can see this over here. This didn't close at support. It broke that support as well. It broke this support as well. Then it broke through this resistance and has not tested that support. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, what I want to see now on this time frame here, it looks like price breaks that resistance and that resistance becomes support. Okay, cool. If that is the case, and price has now come up and broken this resistance left-hand side, which is totally fine. Now I need to see price closing at support at the New York Open. So I'm paying attention to this level, paying attention to this level on M15 chart, paying attention to, there's a number of different levels on M15, okay? That's what I'm looking for. So if I can get those setups taking place, if I can get my USD CAD confirming bearishness, I can get out of my buy into a sell. If I can, at the same time, if I can confirm bullishness on the pound dollar in terms of price coming down and closing on one of these support levels, okay, that's fabulous. Then I'll consider, I'll make sure I verify everything. I'll consider buying pound dollar. But if I can get into a USD CAD short, pound dollar long, and a euro dollar long, i.e. prices come down and tested this level, or it's closed at roll reversal. If I can get that set up, then I might be able to be in 3 trades, okay? And if that doesn't happen, then I'm just going to let this run. I'm going to let whatever's going on, I'm going to let it happen, and just, you know, whatever happens next happens next. Those are the setups. That's the follow-up. That's the New York updates. Stay patient, stay safe, stay disciplined, stay liquid. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at London Open.